How's she going right there, eh? It's Denis here from Denis Logie Outdoors. There's another dead crow production. Gonna give the chickens a little treat there. Got some bread here for them. I got that crow hanging there. I found that on the side of the road, dead. So I got it hung there to keep the other crows away. Probably due to throw him away. He's been hanging there for a while, most of the winter. Bunch of vultures. I never fed them for like a week. Looks like they're starving. I don't know how that'll turn out. There's a bunch of coal left over from the wood stove, the ashes. Like I was saying yesterday, there's the ashes and the coal and stuff from the stove. They roll in it. Kind of gives them a dust bath. Covers all their feathers and stuff. The leftover coal, hunks of coal, they actually keep, they eat it and grind it up. So the charcoal actually is good for them, helps them out, and then ends up going through them into the compost, and the coal acts like biochar, which actually absorbs all the good nutrients and everything from the composting process, and is really good for your vegetable garden or whatever you put it on as fertilizer. It releases all the good stuff from the compost. So some people make their own biochar and burn wood, mix it in their compost. And there's a little bit of work to it. So what I do is I just throw it in here and let them do all the work for me. Anyhow, I'm going to give them the rest of the bread there, because yeah, this is all bread that's been thrown away in a big dumpster. Anyway, I usually get that for bear bait, or now I'm feeding it to these guys. There's that crow that actually keeps the crows away or at bay. Oh, there's a blue and a green egg right there. So that's a blue one, light blue. Green one. We'll get those in a minute. That's 5. I suspect there's one that doesn't seem like she's laying. The one that's always sitting in the box there. So I'll keep an eye on her. If she's not laying, she's heading to freezer camp. No one's getting any free rides here. Anyhow, like I was saying earlier, these guys are, I couldn't get over how like vultures these guys are. They eat everything. Like I was showed yesterday in the video and it didn't come out. There's there's a remnants of a rooster from rooster camp. Anything that's left over goes in here. What they don't eat ends up turning into compost or helps aerate the soil. try to keep my shadow out of here. Okay, so I'm gonna head over to the rabbits this morning. Early this morning, I noticed one of them was pulling hair, so it should be soon. So I'm gonna video that, and I ripped up a bunch of strips of newspaper. So I'll throw some newspaper in there for bedding. I guess that helps aerate it or keep the nest warm, the cluster, I guess. Once you have the kits, and if they stay all nice and close together, they generate heat and they keep themselves warm with the hair and the other nesting material that you have put in there. And I guess the strips of newspaper help in that process. So anyhow, I'll pause you for now, and I'll head over that way. Okay, here's one of the does. This is one of the friendlier ones. See, there's really nothing. Hey, stop biting me. See, there's nothing in her box yet, but this is the one yesterday that was just taking all the hair or the nesting material and picking it. And this is the one that had kits last year, or it was last year, but early in the winter that lost them. So I'm just going to start giving her a bunch of paper material, see if she does anything with it. There's some in here. Like I said before, I'm not a rabbitologist. I haven't done this before. Just watching people do some things on YouTube, it seems to make sense. And now I'll head over to the other ones there now. See how they're making out. Hey, this is the doe that pulled a bunch of hair last night. So they say usually they do that the evening before, but once you've had the rabbits a few times or a few years in a row, then you kind of get an idea they are a little different. So yesterday, or early this morning, when I got off work, I actually grabbed some of that fur, threw it in the nest to try to promote and try to get her to want to do it, build her nest in the inside of the box to try to keep all that in there to try to keep the heat. So I'll give her some newspaper and strips of newspaper and see if she tears all that up and mixes it all with the fur. I'm gonna grab all that fur way back there. Yeah, it seems like she's trying to make a nest outside. Anyhow, I'll keep an eye on her. They say if they try to make I guess it wouldn't be too bad in this situation, but with a steel cage or bottom steel graded cage, that if they make the nest on the bottom and the metal will zap all the heat out of the babies. So they always, if in the morning you find that situation, you always supposed to grab the nest and put it in the nesting box after they've been born and try to promote her to try to get her to stay and keep it in there where they're more protected. Anyhow, like I said, the next little bit, I'm trying to keep the sun off of this, or the next little bit I'll keep an eye on her and see how she's making out. Check the next one here, see how she's doing. Okay, doesn't seem like there's too much going on in here. And she may not be pregnant. She is the older doe. So there's some. So I'll keep try her a few times. If I don't get anything from her, she'll end up going to freezer camp. Anyhow, I'd have to change this setup here a little bit. Like I said, these hutches are not the style that I'm going to want to keep. I want to make something with all steel cages. I'll have a roof coming off the shed so that all the droppings and everything goes down. This is just a pain having to clean this all the time. Anyhow, that's it for now. I'm going to kind of clean things up here a little bit, and I'll keep you posted once we get some babies here, hopefully. Anyhow, thanks for watching. That's the end there, eh?